Well, what a difference a day makes. It's 6:30 a.m. PST, August 17th. It still looks good structurally, but let's be honest, the EWRC failed. You know why? For this, I mean, because mid-level share got into it. They never allowed the outer eye wall to complete, and the inner eye wall collapsed. So he went from 915 millibars into the 930s within 12 hours and 140 knots to 110 knots in the same time span. Whether it can reform an eye, a solid eye again, against this mid-level shear / dry air being injected. And Ike of 2008 had the same problem. I mean, this is why I didn't really strengthen between pretty much the mid-Gulf and Texas. And also, Katrina also had a very severe case of it being undercutted after that's what weakened it. Yeah, I think Irene also had this problem in 2011, which it was weakening. So this is a typical problem in hurricanes, and so I don't really expect that much re-strengthening. Maybe it does as it heads more northwestward than northward, out to sea in the next 36 hours. Maybe back into a Cat 4, but that's a flip of the coin. It's 110 knots right now. It's moving west-northwestward at, let's see, 285 degrees at 14 miles per hour. The ridge to the north is expected to weaken by a weakness to the north opening up. We can show you the track. Clearly takes it northwestward, then northward between Bermuda and the United States, then northeastward out to sea, which is in line with all the models. But actually, they're pretty clumped together right now. But the track's pretty much a certainty. Yeah. Intensity models show pretty much level for the next 36 hours and a slow weakening then after. Pretty much in line with the NHC thinking. Well, anyway, we got a couple other systems. One off the East Coast only has 10% unlikely development, and the one we're interested in is coming off the Cape Verdes. Some slow development is possible as it moves west to west-northwest at 15 to 20 miles per hour across the tropical length. And it has since 20% at 7 days. I'm going to go 40. This thing at awesome model support. There's 72, 96, 120 on the GFS. 144 in the Caribbean, 168 south of the DR. Let's look at the CMC. Also show some systems developing out around that time frame. 180. ECMWF. This is why I say 40. 144 shows a system north of the Virgin Islands. ECMWF AI pretty much shows the same thing. Strengthening system north of Puerto Rico. Another system off Africa. Yeah. And also because of this system. Well, the GFS pretty much strengthens in the Western Caribbean and has trended towards that. 979 over the western tip of Cuba. GFS doesn't really show anything. GPS, pretty strong ridge the GFS has. I'll go with 40 has a consistency. Eastern Pacific has absolutely nothing right now. It is amazing how fast the system weakens. Almost 940 free millibars based on the recon. Let's take a look at the winds it's finding. That is 98 right here. 85, 86. Let's see if we can find any higher. Not really. $107 earlier, right there, with 103.8 SMRF, which, I mean, they don't really use the SMRF anymore, but 107 would support about 95, maybe 100 knots. Yeah. Here's that support for the mid 940s. Yeah. What can I say? Storms go up and they go down, and that's the way it is. Absolutely massive storm. Still very powerful. There's our system off the East Coast. I doubt forms. Maybe our system coming off the Cape Verde, which we'll have to see. But I'm giving 40% over the next 10 days of formation. Eastern Pacific looks completely quiet right now. Well, that's your tropical update.